So for today's video, I have a first impression slash review on the new, where are they? Oh my gosh. The new Makeup Forever Ultra HD foundation. I actually ended up hauling these in my PR makeup haul because I do work with Makeup Forever, and whenever they have new product releases, they do send them out to me. So they did actually email me and told me to choose 3 different shades in the new foundation. So I did that. So I have 3 different shades to share with you guys. But I also have a 4th one because I actually got this one for free on Sephora. If you follow me on Snapchat, then you would have saw that I placed an order for some buxom shadows, or some more buxom shadows. I couldn't resist myself. And I typed in Ultra HD. I don't know if it's still active, but I typed in Ultra HD and it let me choose one shade of this like mini one, which is super cute. Like, how adorbs is that? I ended up choosing the shade Y375, which in my first impression clip, I did mention that this shade is actually the closest to Estee Lauder Double Wear Tawny. But right now, I'm a little bit darker than Tawny just because you guys know I just came back from vacation. So I have my natural tan plus a little bit of my fake tan on, so I'm a tad bit darker than Tawny. So right now I'm actually wearing the shade 128, and this equals Y415. So if you guys are familiar with the popular like Makeup Forever HD foundation, I actually own that one. That was like the highly raved about, super popular foundation that everybody loved. But Makeup Forever actually discontinued that one and vamped it up and made it the Ultra HD foundation. But this one, let me tell you guys, the sun is going up and down, by the way, so don't mind if the lighting's kind of wonky. But let me just like flat out say, I am obsessed with this. Like, I love it. Based off of a first impression, I'm over the moon. But as with all my first impressions, I always want to make sure that you guys still get at least a little bit of a review. So what I am going to do is leave an update down below. I will leave a little blurb on how I felt at the end of the day. Today, and I actually think I'm uploading this video in a couple days, so maybe I'll still try it out and I'll write down there how I felt about it for the next few days. So I still will give you guys a little bit more of an in-depth review down below in the description box. This bad boy I'm in love with. Like, I love it so much. The shade is perfect. I feel like 128 is a tad bit darker than Tawny, but I feel like it's a darker version of Tawny. It has the same nice like neutral warm undertone, but I'm just honestly obsessed with the way this foundation is. Like, let me just talk about how it is, why I love it, and all that stuff. Pretty much this is just supposed to be super HD and it's supposed to look amazing on camera. Let me know how you guys think this looks. I don't know about you, but I feel like it's looking amazing right now. Even in person, it's looking amazing. Now, the reason I'm totally obsessed with this foundation is because it gives you the most beautiful finish ever. It gives you like this very soft, matte, fresh look. Like, I can't explain it. It's actually unlike any other finish that I've ever tried before. What's funny is I kind of want to mention this. I also hauled in that video the Maybelline Great Skin Foundation. I love that, and I'm going to do a review if you guys want it. Like, thumbs up if you want a review on the Maybelline one. I feel like it's really similar to this. Like, I feel like they're really similar. I don't know. I feel like they are, just based off of first impression. But I'm not going to claim them yet as extremely similar. I'm going to try them out first. You know what I mean? Then I'll come back to you guys and let you know if I feel like they're really similar. But I love this. Like, it gives you the most soft matte look, but like your cheekbones just have a tiny bit of a glow to it. Not like a greasy fried chicken oily look, like you guys know I'm not down for that, but it gives you this beautiful like fresh, hi, it's a Sunday morning and I look good type of glow. Like, you know what I mean? I love it. I feel like it's the perfect like foundation when you, it's funny because I say weekend foundation because my weekends are like really chill type of times, because during the week is mainly when I go out, it's when I film, so it's when I use more full coverage foundations. But to you guys, this is probably your perfect during the week foundation, because a lot of you guys go to work during the week, and a lot of your guys' work is different than mine. I wear full cake face to work, and you guys kind of wear more natural stuff, most of you. So this would be a perfect work foundation or a school foundation. But for me, it would be my perfect weekend foundation, because my weekends are when I just slow down on the cake and I just have like a relaxing, you know, time, and I wear a little bit less makeup sometimes. Not all the time. But this is just perfect for those days when you want a really natural look, but you still kind of want to be covered. Like, the thing with me is I love full coverage, so I have a hard time wearing light coverage foundations. So what I love about this is that I feel like it's medium coverage while still covering things. Like, it's definitely not full coverage. It doesn't give you that full on, fully covered look, but it still covers what needs to be covered while letting areas that don't need to be covered show through a little bit. Like, does that even make sense? I don't even know how to describe it. Basically, like, my redness, all of the areas that I want to be covered so bad, it covered it. But all of the areas that I'm totally comfortable with, like my forehead looks good, my chin is okay, like I have no redness there or anything like that, it let my natural skin shine through a little bit. So I don't know, like I don't even know if this stuff is magic, but it's almost as if this stuff knows which areas of your face need more coverage and which areas of your face are okay to shine through. Like, I don't even know if this is making sense, but basically this is like magic. It's the perfect lightweight foundation because, like I said, you don't have to wear, like, for some of you guys who have like acne scarring or anything like that, if you want a lightweight foundation but you still want something that's going to kind of cover a little bit, but you still want to be able to wear that lightweight foundation, I feel like this is for you because it's going to cover those areas that you want to be covered while still letting your natural skin shine through in a good way. You know what I mean? I don't even know if this is making sense, but that's the only way I know how to describe it. I wasn't expecting to like this foundation at all, just because, I don't know, I was like, it's probably going to be super lightweight, like probably totally not my type of foundation, but I love it. Literally obsessed. And so far, I just, like, I don't know. Like, how do you guys think I look right now? I'm not even kidding you. Like, looking in the mirror, I really like it, and the color is totally bomb. What else do I feel about it? My bronzer, blush, highlight, everything glided on super smooth. Like, I don't even know why, but for some reason I use the Makeup Forever Pro Sculpting Duo highlight, the number 2, and for some reason I feel like my highlight even just looks like blurred, like a blurred angel. Like, I don't know, like I feel like my bronzer and everything applied amazing on top of this, and it really isn't kidding when it says Ultra HD because I feel like it just looks super smooth. I also included full-on swatches of all 4 shades that I own in the little first impressions clip demo that I'm going to play for you guys. So if you're interested in checking out swatches and shade references and all that stuff and you're more info on the shades, definitely keep watching for the clip that I'm about to play because I did full-on swatches and gave shade references and everything like that. I told you guys in the intro that I am going to be swatching them for you just so that you guys can actually see how they look in case you're trying to find out a shade that matches you. So normally in MAC I'm around an NC 37, but I'm actually a little bit dark right now. Tawny's a tad bit light for me and NC 37 is a tad bit light. So I would say right now I'm about an NC 40 in MAC, although I might not look like it on camera just because of all the lighting, the lights and everything, the natural lighting. But I am in real life, like in person, an NC 40. So that's just a little bit of a shade reference. But I think the one that might match me best right now is Y415 128. But the one that actually looks the closest to Estee Lauder Double Wear Tawny is Y375, I would say. But yeah, let's go ahead and swatch all of them. This first shade here is the one that's closest to Estee Lauder Double Wear Tawny. This is Y375. This one is 127, which its new name is Y335. And then this one right here is 128, which its new name is Y415. And then this first one that I put right here is 155 R37. And I do just want to show you also what these swatches look like when I actually kind of smudge them out a little bit, just because I feel like they're easier to see. To start off, I have a clean face. You guys know I like to make sure my face is super clean before I do my makeup, and it also is moisturized. I just use my simple hydrating light moisturizer. Now I'm going to do my normal everyday face routine with this foundation just because I want to see how it would last compared to my other ones when I'm doing a normal routine. I'm not going to not apply primer because there's never a time where I wouldn't apply primer with my makeup. You know what I mean? I don't know. I just rather try it in a more practical setting, so try it with my actual products. The only thing I'm going to not put, I'm not going to use my Kat Von D Lock and Load Makeup Setting Mist because that thing is good and it will make your makeup last all day. But I am going to apply some primer because this primer is really good for smoothing out the skin. It's not really going to help much with like the longevity of my foundation or anything like that. So this is the Smashbox Pore Minimizing Primer. So in terms of application, beauty blender or brush, I am going to be using a Morphe E6 just because I love the beauty blender, but I love the beauty blender more for like a lightweight day. and I feel like it kind of changes the finish of a foundation a little bit. So I want to get the true finish of this, so I'm going to use a brush. But I will test it out with the Beauty Blender, of course, and like update you guys through favorites and all that stuff. So I wouldn't say the texture of it is super lightweight, but I also wouldn't say it's super moussey. I would say it has a nice, like, a nice texture. Not super runny, but not super thick. So the color is actually perfect. So far I can tell that the coverage on this is not super amazing, but it's also not like shitty coverage either. Like, I feel like although it's kind of like a weird finish, like although it didn't cover everything on my face and I don't look flawless and like porcelain doll full coverage, it still kind of covered areas of concern without being too full coverage. Like, it covered the redness, a little bit of rosacea down here, pretty good, without being too like cakey or full coverage or thick like a Kat Von D Lock-It tattoo or something. So far I love this. Like, legit love this. Although I would classify this as medium, it oddly enough still does cover those areas of concern without being full coverage. So I feel like this is a perfect foundation for me to wear on days where I just want a really like nice soft medium coverage and not as full. Now in terms of the finish, I'm loving the finish too. Like, it's not super matte, which you guys know matte finish is like my ultimate fave, but you always need a foundation that's not matte for those days where you're like, okay, today I want to be a little bit more fresh looking. I am absolutely over the moon in love with this finish right now. Like, I don't know if you guys can see, but it's not matte, but it's not dewy, because sometimes when I have dewy foundations I can just get too greasy because I already am oily. It's not dewy. I would consider this, the finish is like a fresh face finish. Like, it just looks like I am naturally like this, and I have a little tiny bit of a glow and a little bit of a natural soft matte. So I'm like kind of obsessed with this right now. I actually really like it. I'm gonna go ahead and finish the rest of my makeup. I'm actually going to be filming a kind of fast version music over Get Ready With Me using the Morphe 35O palette. So I'm gonna do that, and then I'm gonna come back and kind of sum up my thoughts and see how I like this. So that is pretty much it for my Makeup Forever Ultra HD foundation review. Hopefully you guys did enjoy it, and hopefully it was super helpful. Like I said, if you want me to keep doing first impressions and reviews in general, then like, thumbs up this video. As always, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll of course see you guys in my next video. Bye guys. Mwah. So to completely finish the look, you want to go ahead and go back to your L'Oreal Infallible Pro Spray and Set Makeup Extender Setting Spray and just set your